Okay, we're in the water now. Now we're hoping for a close encounter of the dolphin kind. They kind of disappeared on us, so maybe they're hopefully getting used to us again and hoping they come right up to us. He said they're very friendly, so let's see what happens. Becoming more used to us and they're getting closer and closer.
Sí, en el zapatito. Seguro por lo que es de elástico.
Got a little shark. A shark beside me.
After going through my underwater footage the first time, I was really disappointed to see that I couldn't find any footage whatsoever of the dolphins. Fortunately, however, I decided to have a detailed second look, and that's when I was pleasantly surprised to find this rather amazing and probably somewhat rare footage of the dolphin coming right up to me. The reason I don't have more dolphin footage is because I couldn't have my camera rolling at all times, otherwise the battery'd run out, and these encounters were usually really quick, and so unfortunately I wasn't able to capture any more.
We've been in the water for close to 2 hours now. Probably had about close to 10 close encounters where they've rubbed up right against me. So I think I've got my money's worth and more here. We've got another half an hour left.
Fortunately, Sebastian was able to get a really good clip of one of the dolphins too. And he was kind enough to allow me to add it to this video. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime chance and encounter. Unfortunately, due to the wind, the audio portion of this clip became unusable. But basically, all I did was state that we had been out on the water swimming with the dolphins for 2 hours, which was a generous amount of time, and what a great time that I just had. Little did I know, however, that in just a couple more minutes, that a seemingly small and minor little incident would turn into a major disappointment for the day. After the next series of short clips, you're going to hear my explanation for what had just happened. But little did I know that at the time it would be far from the end of the story. The entire story as to what unfolded over the next few days will be explained at about the 11-minute mark of this video, which is right after Horatio's amazing Hare Krishna dance. Hey guys, here's what's happened today. I look kind of bummed out because I am bummed out. Doing this awesome tour today to go see the pink dolphins, and we just docked after seeing the pink dolphins swimming with the dolphins in a natural environment, and as I walked off the wooden boat, started slipping. I had my GoPro and selfie stick in this hand, and I started slipping on some really slippery mud. Kind of stretched out like that, tried to save the GoPro, and then after I finally got my footing, I look at my selfie stick and the GoPro's not in it. So the guys over there and myself, we did this frantic search in the water, all around the water, just couldn't find it. So it's like all that footage I took today thus far is gone, and my GoPro of course, so, and probably yesterday's footage as well, I think. So that's that. I guess next I'm just going to try and retake some of the footage. We're just having our late lunch now. So I'm going to try and take some footage of what I've taken thus far on the way back, but obviously it's not going to be the first impressions. I'm not going to get all the descriptions that the guys were doing because we're just going to be heading back, but I'll try to get some footage. You know, this kind of stuff sucks, but it's not the end of the world. So, you know, I do have a backup camera. The only small bit of good news is that I was using my backup camera, my cheaper camera that had the waterproof housing to do all my dolphin footage. I have no idea how that's going to turn out, but we'll see. Hopefully I can put something together and make a video that's worthwhile watching. And yeah, we're just at, I'll try to tell some of the stories that were on the other video, try to recreate some of what I took before, but anyway, I'm going to go have something to eat. Okay, so here's what I can tell you about the tour. It's been fantastic. Sucks that I lost my camera, but the tour has been fantastic right from the start. The guide's super professional, have a lot of information about the flora and fauna, and any questions that we had, that guy can answer. We kind of did a private little deal. Normally this tour is 250,000 pesos per person, which is about $110 Canadian, 90 American, thereabouts. My Colombian friends, who are also awesome people, they negotiated a deal and kind of did a private group just for the three of us, which is perfect. And that ended up being, I think it's going to be around just under or at 200,000 pesos per person, which is about 80 Canadian, 70 US. So I can't recommend doing this tour enough. Obviously it's a unique thing to be able to come and swim with dolphins in a natural environment, because usually when you do that it's very controlled, and you can easily pay $80, $100 just to do the swim, and it's limited time. We had 2 hours. They didn't rush us whatsoever. At least 2 hours in the water to swim around and interact with the dolphins. So from start to finish, this has been a great tour. Come to Colombia, come to San Jose del Guaviare, and have a really unique experience, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you do it. My friend here is going to say a little bit about the company and this place and the tours. Bueno.
Sí, buena tarde, mi nombre es Horacio Cifuentes Solarte. Estamos en la inicio de la Amazonía del Guaviare en Colombia. Estamos a 90 kilómetros de San José capital, en la vereda Damas del Nare. La particularidad de esta empresa es que hay una laguna de 80 hectáreas de agua, en la cual las 24 horas del día, los 365 días del año, pernocta la Inia geofrensis, el delfín de agua dulce. Están en el estado natural, no los alimentamos, interactúan con nosotros de la manera más amable. Está todo mundo cordialmente invitado para venir a la selva de la Amazonía guaviarense. Le presento otro hermano.
Gracias. Hola, mi nombre es Diego. Los invitamos al Departamento del Guaviare, a la vereda Damas del Nare, comienzo de la Amazonía colombiana, a que comparta y disfrutemos con los delfines, el hábitat, la flora y la fauna.
Toca quitarle el estuche de la cámara, ¿no?
Ok, Tomás, para acá la esperamos, sí. Bienvenidos todos.
Okay, so this is where he did the cooking, and for lunch, or actually, desayuno, which is breakfast, we had fish, rice, fresh juice, hot chocolate, and it was fantastic. Good sized portion of food. And then for lunch, which is almost close to dinner now, we just had a different kind of fish. I think it's called palmetto, and it was absolutely delicious. Tons of fish on the fish, and he made a salad of carrot, onion, and a bit of tomato. What else do we have? A fried plantain, big huge portion of rice, some more juice, and it was even better than breakfast. So huge plate full of food, good cooking. All natural ingredients, no chemicals, just the way I like it. Nice basic kitchen. How can you go wrong with good home cooking like that? So really enjoyable. Again, totally good experience from beginning to end. He's warming up. He's getting ready.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Krishna 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Rama.
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare.
Oh, bueno, pues, gracias.
Okay, as promised, here's the full story as to what happened with the GoPro Hero 7 Black that I had. After getting off the boat, like I mentioned, I slipped in the mud, and somehow, somewhere, my GoPro must have went flying. So at first I thought it must be nearby, but it wasn't. Now I have to give a huge thank you to Diego and Sebastian in particular, who went right in the water and were searching around in the mud. I myself thought if it went in the water that it was not going to be any good anymore, and there's a reason for that. 2 or 3 days earlier, I bumped the GoPro lens cover against a rock and it got all cracked. And so for this particular excursion, I'd taken off the lens cover, and I thought for sure that that was going to be an entryway for water to get into the camera, and that would make it non-waterproof. So I had basically thought, nah, there's no way it's going to survive and work if it went in the water. So I just searched on the land for about a 30-foot radius, and none of us could find it. We stayed there for a good half an hour, and so again, I commend the guys for putting up such a valiant search. And again, to Sebastian's credit, he was trying to stay positive and telling me, hey, we'll find it, we'll find it. And he thought that it would work, and I told him, I don't think so, and I was ready to give up and say, call it a day. So anyway, we couldn't find it, and then what happened was 3 or 4 days later, I went to Bogota, and I talked to Sebastian, and he was willing to sell me his GoPro Hero 7 because he wanted to upgrade to the GoPro Hero 8. So I thought, okay, let's just do this, and I can get back to recording again. So I went over to his place of work and bought the camera from him. A couple days later, I went to the city of Cali to stay at my friend's place, and about 3 days after being in Cali, I get a message from Sebastian saying, hey, they found your camera. I thought, no way, I can't believe this. And I thought, wow, what a amazing thing for them to do, to make that second search for the camera. I mean, that was going above and beyond what I would have ever expected of anybody. So anyway, Diego, he sent my camera to Sebastian in Bogota, but I still wasn't terribly excited because I thought, well, I still don't think that it's going to work. So, it's really nice that they found it, but I didn't think it would work. Then 3 days later, after the camera arrived to Sebastian in Bogota, he sends me another email. Your camera works. And he sent me a photo of the camera actually functioning with the screen on the back with a part of a video on it. And I thought, wow, I can't believe this. This is like a minor miracle that they even found it, but for it to work, it was just amazing. So sure enough, Sebastian sent me the camera, and I have it with me here in Cali, and sure enough, everything worked perfectly fine. So now I have 2 GoPro Hero 7s, and I'll probably sell one once I get back to Vancouver Island. But anyway, just have to say once again, a huge thanks to the guys at the Dolphin Tour place, Diego, Horatio, Sebastian, and Sergio, who helped look around on the ground a bit too. So thanks very much for that. And that's why I'm making an extra effort to make this video and to promote the company, not making anything up. The company is wonderful from the start to finish. So I'm doing this as a way of saying thank you. And yeah, I can't believe it. It's like a little miracle. So just in case you haven't put two and two together yet, the reason that you were able to watch part one of the video is because the camera was found and the memory card was perfectly fine. So I'd just like to say, muchas gracias a Diego y Horacio, las personas muy amable y trabajador, y buena suerte con todo en el futuro.
Guanábanos, mandarinos, mira, este es el arroz. Él apenas mira un mico, hay dos micos subiendo ese palo. Ah, ya llegaron, mira, tuya, el resto. ¿Dónde? Pille subiendo los árboles. Mira. Ah, mira, ahí está, mira. Y aquí habían dos subiendo también. Bueno, no sé si se asusten.
Bueno, esa es la idea, que se asusten, hermano, no es que me comen el arroz.
¿También día? No, es que no se pega. Pero yo lo agarro una mano.
No puede cortar una mano.
Es que me come el arroz.
Ahí está el mico.
Alright, in keeping with doing everything backwards on this day now, we're now heading back to the wood canoe, which I will show you when we get there, and then we'll be doing the river trip again.
Una chivecha.
Prima de una planta del caucho y también bota lácteos.
¿Chivecha?
Sí. Y esa leche que bota le cae al cuerpo a uno y lo quema.
¿Ahí?
Y miren que chicamos con la misma edad de este. Ya.
Este grueso. La cerbatana.
Se llama...
I think he is
no la vas a tocar,
just saying that the indigenous people used to use these to in a low dart fashion, probably with poison on the tip to presumably capture animals.
El azaí es la planta del futuro del mundo. Tiene la vitamina B17 que controla las células cancerígenas. Azaí. Tiene omega 9 y omega 12.
Said it's the food of the future. Okay, we're on the boat now, heading back. Everything backwards in this video.
Really?
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. Tragedy to triumph.
Yeah.
And yes, we literally are going backwards at the moment. Getting some of the last light of the day, so I guess we're going to be driving back in the dark again. remember the name of the river?
The name?
Yeah.
Cañopuga.
Caño Puga?
Puga.
Caña
Escape.
La Puga.
Digo Caño Escape.
Water is so smooth that there's perfect reflection. And we're back to our original dock where we left. That was about a 30-minute boat ride. And there we go, there's our boat. Buenas.
Por eso me vine de San José.
Going for the face plant.
Yeah. We are looking for a face plant.
Well, you got two of us have done the face plant. You have to do it too. Here's the dinner, the local dinner.
Yeah.
La cena para la gente local.
Look. Buenas.
Buenas. Quiet little village here. This is kind of like the Colombian version of the place where I grew up in Cobble Hill.
Buen tiempo. Buen tiempo, buena noche. No se vayan.
Buenas tardes. Caterín.
Buenas.
Uy, sí. Señora Night. ¿Cómo se llama?
Buenas. ¿Cómo está? ¿Tienes cervecita, vecina?
Buenas.
Una rondita para todos, por favor.
Hasta para el chino.
No.
Sí, una bola así.
¿Tiene águila su merced?
Sí, mira, tan bonita esa.
O sea, de la calle fría entonces. De la calle fría. Ahora sí hay
De la
corona.
que haya fría.
So you guys know, this is probably the first beer I've had in about 15 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't really drink.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't like have an issue with drinking. It's just I don't really drink, but this is a celebration.
Yeah.
good friends, good people,
Oye, el águila está
great day.
cerrado.
So, yeah.
1500 el águila.
Cheers.
La gran mayoría.
Cheers, buddy.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Extra cheers to you. No drinking, no cerveza para ti?
Las empresas mundiales me compran lúpulo adquirido. Pues, porque estamos en la zona tórrida y el sol cubre las 6 horas completas y el lúpulo es una vaina muy especial.
Horacio, perdone, ahí de arroz, pero...
Sí, arroz. Arroz.
And we're heading back to the taxi with a beautiful end to the day with a nice sunset. And in keeping with our backwards video, here's the first mode of transport of the day. Little taxi. And we finally made it. I think it took about 2 hours to get here, but we're back at the hospital again. Long day.
Mira, tiene el huevito en la mano. Aquí estamos en el gallinero. Turistas despidiéndose para Villalila, para San José de Guaviare.
The next few clips show the terrible flooding that happened in 2019.
25
It
de
really
julio
looks like it was quite a mess.
del año 2019.
I would imagine that all these people were really wondering how they were going to get back to San Jose del Guaviare.
Horacio, va a traer los chalecos. Cuatro. ¿Qué pasa?
As always, I hope that you really enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Until next time, hasta luego.